What are you guys talking about?
Oh, Luis is just, dropping some free
I was just
Espanol knowledge.
Yeah, I was like, sí. And then I was like, that's yes. In Spanish, by the way. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, please tell me more. What is no?
I don't think you'll understand it, but I'll try.
Okay.
No. Got it?
Wow, bro. But you said it.
Wow.
You said it
Spanish.
like
The Spanish version of no is so eloquent.
That's how Captain Falcon would say it.
I was about to say. You said it like Captain Falcon.
Well, that's a perfect segue into hello. Welcome to the Death Battle Cast, where we do talk about Death Battle, and for the most part,
It's nice to see you.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz in said Death Battles.
Great. We're gonna do Sam this time. Last time you yelled at me.
No, I'm Sam.
I'm Luis on lead.
And I'm Chad to play Boomstick. Ben, you just hitting your mic? Just smacking it around? Don't do that!
No, that's loud.
Ow! Apologies, I just ruined everybody's day who's wearing headphones. I'm sorry about that. But welcome to the Death Battle Cast.
Well, they're gone now.
We are, well, for those of you who weren't wearing headphones, welcome to the Death Battle Cast. I'm sorry, I should not have done that. We are the
What
cast
a professional.
and crew of Death Battle. Yes, we are extremely professional, which is why our
lean
set
back
is...
all the way.
It did fall off.
Don't look at that.
Oh God, it's the worst one too. You can see wires.
It's so
Yeah.
obvious. Our set's
Well, that's
falling
why.
apart.
It's the one where you can't fully stick it on because it's like got the wire box
I know.
behind it.
Okay, we can
I'll
fix it in
just get
post.
it. Yeah, I'll get it
Fix it
new.
both. Like Gerardo, you
Yeah.
can just like paint over that, right?
Yep.
Over
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I'll just go get more.
Okay.
We still have a
Thumbs
lot
up.
more
You gave a
sticky
thumbs up.
can stuff, so we'll be fine.
I think our Gerardo's running the board. I think he can just paint over it and post. There's this big.
Well, now
we
we can't
won't
because we're
even notice
talking
it.
about it all.
No, you can do that live, right?
If you'd like to
How
sponsor
thin are the
Death Battle
TVs?
Cast, it'll no longer help us keep the lights on. It'll help us keep the walls together. Sam, what is what the?
Whoa.
No.
What is
Oh,
happening?
We have not a sponsor.
Perfect. And the lights are back.
It won't go.
Wow.
All right.
No,
Thank you for tuning in.
You can
Cool.
tell.
Anyways, this is the week before RTX. If you heard about it, it's a really cool convention that goes on in Austin, Texas, from July fucking 5th to like the 7th or some shit.
Oh, Sam, please tell me more. I've
We
never
are
heard
really
of this.
fucking busy right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna push us through this Death Battle Cast. We're gonna talk about things. There's
Wow.
some detective.
Sam is taking charge.
Yeah,
oh my
look
God.
at the.
Also-
We'll show him the Detective Pikachu.
in a moment.
things.
First, I want to say that is the
Fucking
official subcaption. When you go to rtxevent.com, it says July fucking 5th
Or
through the
some
7th
shit.
or some shit.
Yeah. Here,
Can it,
give us some of
please?
this. We have these. They sent us these because look at fucking. I believe his name is Charizard. He's
Charizard.
very
Do you
cool.
appreciate that on
There's
my
a
nonchalant
huge.
toss? It landed
Wait,
perfectly vertical. Nobody's
Wait.
gonna comment.
We're getting out of order here. We're getting out of order here. We got to. I'm stopping this. Hang on.
No,
Hang on.
I'm gonna play.
No,
No,
we're doing
I
this
wanna play
later.
with my
We're doing this
TCG.
Oh,
later.
rare Detective
We're
Pikachu
doing this
card.
later. We're doing this later.
But
Is it first edition? I gotta know.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
This
talk
is
about
Death Battle
Battle.
Cast. We have to talk about Death Battle.
We just
Okay.
released one.
All right. Yes.
You animated
Johnny
it
Cage
alongside Zach. Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
Captain
me
Falcon
and
just
Zach.
came out.
Yeah.
Episode that it was animated by Luis and Zach and a couple of freelance
Yeah.
animators. Battle turned out great. Good
yeah.
job.
Thank you so much.
So
Sweet bit with the boost pads.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
part.
yeah.
It's a good bit.
Yeah. Turned out really great.
So we'll be doing Q&A for the episode as a whole next week, as we usually do now, because we are recording this podcast while it is still the actual episode, the Death Battle itself, is still technically up for first members only right now.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Tuesday live. If you're watching this on YouTube on Thursday, thank you for watching. But if you want to watch us live, you can be a first member and tune in Tuesday. So just a little factoid. And then next week we will cover Q&A because that way we will have given the YouTube audience some time to leave their questions in the comments and things like that. But right now I kind of want to talk about a little bit about the behind the scenes of the episode.
Yeah.
And what it was like putting it together.
Yeah.
Because this episode was... it was a little chaotic because it wasn't the original plan for episode 8.
Yeah.
Episode 8 of Death Battle was going to be something else, which I'm not going to say the episode that was going to be because we are still doing that episode, but it's going to happen later. There was just some complications with the animation and stuff like that that we just kind of had to bump it down a bit and figure out how to replace it sort of last minute. Not literally last minute, of course, but we didn't have quite as much time to do
like
a lot
last
of the...
month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Last month. Well, we didn't have quite as much time to do all the writing and research and the animation, so it kind of had to all happen at once, which was a little crazy. So essentially what happened is I took on the writing role to write the battle before we even finished the animation or the research. So I had two endings to the script because I didn't know who would actually win. So I gave the script to you guys, the animators, with two possible endings. You guys were like, well, just animate up until a certain point, and then we'll figure out who wins later because we just don't have time. It's all got to happen simultaneously.
It just turned out that the best ending was the right one.
Yes. Right. So spoilers, we will get into talking about spoilers. So if you haven't seen the death battle yet, please go do so.
You got a couple minutes.
You got just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so because everything was kind of all scrunched together, we actually had some of the researchers help out with writing as well, which is awesome. So a lot of little bits and pieces throughout the rundowns is written by different researchers who haven't actually written for Death Battle before, which is awesome. So they all did a fantastic job, and the episode came together. Basically, the reason why we did this episode, you know, you can say like it comes out around the same time as Mortal Kombat, or sort of. Like Mortal Kombat came out like months ago, or whenever it came out. I don't know.
It was fresh in our minds when
we were thinking about it, and we hadn't done a Mortal Kombat character in like over a year and a half, 2 years. It's been a little while since we've done Mortal Kombat.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I think the last one was one of your first death battles. Sonya Kami?
Actually, no. It was Sub-Zero versus who was it like?
Sub-Zero versus Glacius.
Yeah, that was
but I think that
last
was
one.
the same season.
Yeah, it was the same season.
Your first season as an animator with us.
I didn't
Season
animate
3
that
or
one,
something
but
like
I did animate Sonya.
Kami.
Sonya
Yeah.
Kami. That was your first one that you animated.
Yeah, that was
right?
my first death battle. Yeah. I don't look at it that.
Well, I mean, as with all elements of Death Battle, you can definitely see a progression of increased quality over the years.
Yeah, for sure. But that's the best part, really.
Except he came out the gate with that DBX as the Ronald McDonald versus Colonel Sanders, and still like my favorite DBX.
No, it was really good.
I really like the 100 Pikachus. Anyway,
there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even DBX when it first started, there was like some episodes that maybe we should have spent more time on, but nowadays I think we've gotten to a level of quality that is more consistent and good. Especially being part of Rooster Teeth, that's really helped keep us consistent, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Who would have thought money makes productions run better?
Well, even that, like, Death Battle's not the highest. Like, we talk a bunch about how working with Rooster Teeth helps us with like budget and stuff like that. But even then, Death Battle's not the highest budget show.
Definitely.
Like
It's
doesn't,
probably one of the smallest in Rooster Teeth, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, because we aren't able to be perfectly frank, we aren't able to make as much money as other shows that Rooster Teeth has because we don't own the characters.
Yeah.
Like we are representing characters.
And no one buys our merchandise.
I'm wearing a Death Battle shirt right now. You
Looking
should
at
buy
you,
this.
audience.
I'm
not.
Help us.
But it has a
Help
skull
us fix the set.
Like,
store.roosterteeth.com.
Yeah.
Shameless plugs all
Yeah.
around.
There'll
But
be
like
new
so,
shirts soon,
so we aren't
too.
able to do as much merchandise. We aren't able to like sell our episodes or anything like that. You'll never really see a Death Battle Blu-ray or DVD because we just can't do that.
Yep.
But YouTube's
Thanks
a different
to
story.
Papa Blue Apron, though.
Yeah.
yes. Thank God for Blue Apron.
Yeah.
And ExpressVPN and all those companies have been helping us out.
There's been a lot across the years. Yeah.
But yeah, either way, Cage vs. Falcon, even though we had to scrunch it all together, it was extremely fun to work
for
on.
sure.
Like, I don't really get the opportunity to like really sit in the writer's chair and start a script that often anymore. Typically what I normally do is work with the writers to kind of fine tune their scripts and make sure that everything's represented and is good for the audience and whatnot.
How do you feel to like make a script and then see it animated like after all this time? Like
I loved it. It was so fun because the main thing I wanted to hit with this episode is they're both celebrities who are secret warriors who just bring a lot of hype to their environments. Like you watch any Smash Brothers match or any F-Zero race, and it's awesome. It's exciting with Captain Falcon. Johnny Cage, it's a different kind of hype. He he's kind of a hype character. Like old timeline Johnny Cage is kind of a douchebag, but you know he's still like really cool and flashy and stuff. New school Johnny Cage is
douchebags, but one's more funny, I guess.
Sure, I guess. Which one?
The newer one's funnier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to agree. Like he's definitely more tolerable than old
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I love what they did in the Mortal Kombat 11 story where they meet and like they literally just lampshade the fact that old Johnny
Yep.
just awful.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying.
Yeah, it really is.
But he's an exciting actor who does all of his own stunts. And even though people think that he's a fraud, he's pretty fucking cool. So, so my main goal was to just bring the hype. I think I was literally looking at our channel where we were talking to the animators, and in it I just have our goal. Bring the hype. Like that's the goal for this episode, just to make it exciting.
Yeah. That was really fun.
So writing the script, the battle in particular, it was just basically a matter of escalation.
Yeah.
Like how do we keep it moving, keep the momentum up? And I was like, well, obviously it's got to be on an F-Zero racetrack. It's got to be Big Blue from Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
The interaction with the cars was definitely the thing that kept it like just continually like everything kept escalating until the final blow, which spoiler alert.
Well, spoiler alert, it's a Falcon Punch.
Yeah.
So when I saw the animation for the first time, I loved the fact that when they did the boost pads that like rocket them forward, and I turned to Ben and I'm like, do the boost pads actually, can they affect people? Do they just boost things, or do they only boost the cars because they're hovering and it's some sort of technology? And Ben just goes, I don't care. It's awesome. And I'm just like, fair enough. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much, but I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
It's been a little while it's been like a month or two since I actually wrote this, but I'm pretty sure I checked. Because obviously you can't put people on the track in the F-Zero games, but in Smash Brothers they do run along the track. So I don't think there's a boost pad though. I don't really remember.
Anyway.
Either way,
Also,
it was just a fun little question.
Yeah.
But
and the boost pad didn't really affect the ending or anything like that. It's,
well,
it's
actually, that's something that I've noticed people talking about was the Blue Falcon getting involved in the. We'll probably save this for the Q&A, but I've seen a few people saying that it's cheating to give him the Blue Falcon. Even though we explain in the rundown why he can use the Blue Falcon, as a weapon essentially. But also, the Blue Falcon isn't even part of our argument, I don't think. Yeah. So we don't even use the Blue Falcon.
It's just a sweet part of the fight. Like, there's so many things where it's just like,
I mean,
the animation needs to be sweet. Like,
also, it has to be there. It's like having Banjo without Kazooie.
How do you put a race car driver into a death battle without his race car?
Yeah.
Right.
Especially one that he can just summon on a whim. Like, of course it's going to be in the fight because it's awesome. But
it's like doing a Bond film without a car. Like, there's always, like, even when it's Casino Royale, where they don't even like, it's there for like 5 fucking minutes at the most. It's still a dope ass fucking Aston Martin, and it's like, sweet, he's got his car.
Yeah, for sure.
He's going to sit down and play poker for the rest of this fucking movie. But he does have a sweet car.
The car has to be there at least.
It had to be in the movie.
yeah,
Maybe play like poker on the car and like just playing poker inside the car and stuff.
But how about animation? Like once you got the script. Once you got the script with the 2 different endings, which I believe, if I recall, the second ending was kind of the same thing, but it was a nut punch that blew him up.
I mean, like it was. I don't think it was that really. It was something like the Falcon punch didn't work, and then he went for a fatality, basically.
Yeah, it was the nut punch fatality, the one where he punches through him.
Yeah.
Which would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, especially after like this big Falcon punch, and then like he would land and be like, "Oh, I'm fine," and then
blam.
But how about working with Zach and the animators on this? Were there any like major challenges or interesting things?
Absolutely. There's always challenges in every fight.
What are you talking about? Animation always goes smoothly, right?
Animation is like the easiest part of this job, right?
Always. Whoever says that, you're a liar. I hate you. But the animation, like there were challenges, of course, because one of the things that we struggle sometimes with is that not every animator has the same programs that we do. So
from the freelance crew?
the freelancers. So like say for example, if we decide, in this fight we're gonna make an entirely 3D custom F-Zero track for the fighters to fight in, which is something that we actually did, and not every animator has like the 3D programs to do that. So like one way that we like kind of like make up for that is tell them, okay, well, this is the shot. Basically, it's a 2D like perspective shot, like not a like not angled or anything like that. And you like make them fight, and then we add the background in post, basically.
So they don't even animate with the background at
basically,
all.
they have like
Did you draw him like a little template and be like, this is it, make them fight here?
Well, they have a line.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Horizon,
Basically, the way we do it, it's like we set up like the stage. We set up like where the ground is supposed to be. So like, say for example, if it's an angle shot where like Falcon is like running from one side to the other and running towards the camera, we at least set up like a line saying, hey, this is where the ground is supposed to be. And that like lets them know, okay, well, try to animate all the stuff within this area, kind of like just like a training mode, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Like a training mode stage, yeah. And then from there, we receive the files, and then we kind of put it all together. We give it that extra touch, like add the effects and stuff. And, it turned out amazing.
Yep.
For sure.
What was your favorite part to animate in this fight?
Oh my gosh. Obviously the part where like the blue Falcon comes out of like the background and then like comes towards the screen, and then he goes inside and like it's spinning around and like locking him in an infinite,
Yeah. It was pretty
that was
cool,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And something that was interesting about this one was the voices for the characters, specifically Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Because Captain Falcon, even though he speaks English in Smash Brothers, he's never technically had an English voice actor for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
There was a dub of the F-Zero anime that lasted like 8 episodes. Nobody counts that. Nobody cares. Sorry if you worked on that show. But nobody knows what that voice is like. So people know the voice from Smash Brothers. But that is a Japanese actor doing English,
Right.
which is why it's a little different. It's a little
That
weird
makes
and
so
sometimes a little hard to
much
understand.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get an English actor because we're going to give him more lines than he has in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But I also kind of wanted to capture the same feeling as it. So we kind of emulate the voice in a way, but not to the point where it like feels like we're trying, like we get an English actor to try to speak a Japanese version of English.
Yeah.
Which would be weird. But we got to keep the feel of the Captain Falcon
Like the
voice,
way he
'cause the
says
voice is like half
punch and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't say
Falcon Punch
Pounce.
would be
Like-
it would be half as epic as it is.
Yeah, like, what?
if he didn't scream it the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
he does. So of course
Man.
we had to do that.
Dude, it's like one of those things that you hear and then you can never unhear it. It's like, the rock band, the Scorpions, they could like
Yeah.
barely speak any English whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then they have those hits, and I never connected it, and somebody told me that, and then I listened to it, I'm like, oh my God,
It makes
you're right.
it makes so much sense
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, sometimes, there are certainly occasions where, unfortunately, it doesn't work out so well. The old Mega Man games, for example.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's light.
I looked into this because I got really excited about it for some reason, and no one knew why. Right, that was the thing. I couldn't find anywhere like why the voice acting was so bad in this. So I don't remember I don't know if it was gonna be a video or if it was a video. But then I just started deep diving in. I'm sure you remember when I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. It's like I kept going through. And so what happened was the studio over there. Normally they would contract.
into a desk of.
Yeah, it might have been. So normally they'd contract this studio in Canada, but for whatever reason they were like trying to save money, and so they were like, why do we need to go to a voice acting studio? Why don't we just go find people, like English-speaking people who live here in Japan, and bring them into the studio and have them do it? So it was like fluent Japanese speakers directing native English speakers who lived in Japan. They just grabbed people. It was like, anyone have an interest in this or whatever, and like, so they didn't get actors or anything like that.
Well, and a lot of these people were
hard.
taught English by native Japanese speakers. So their English is a little broken, or they don't
No.
necessarily see the
They
right
grabbed
words.
native English speakers, is what I'm saying, that just happen to be living in Japan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
And
thinking
then
of
they were
something else, yeah.
directed though by that. Yeah. Anyway, but that's why you get some really interesting stuff, man. And my favorite, hands down favorite one, I know the like, what are we fighting for? Is like the huge meme. My favorite is when Dr. Light is talking to Mega Man and he has a flub and they left it. And he's like, we gotta get it. What, Mega Man? Like,
Yeah.
that, what, Mega Man? It just cracks me up. I'm like, he fucked up, and they left it in. Like, he was about to say a different name.
I wonder how much money they saved.
Oh,
Probably like 10 grand.
Did the person even
Yeah,
get credited though?
so people got credited, and then I ended up seeing like what else that they had done, and I found there was like a PlayStation game that one of them had did, and it was like this submarine horror game, and I just
What?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this now. I remember you looking this
Yeah,
up.
because I was just laughing my ass off at all this terrible voice acting. Dude, so one of my like favorite con moments was when we were at con. I think we were at Con Bravo, and we were hanging out in Takahata's hotel room, and then Chris Sabat came over, and it was like all of us just like, because Sabat hadn't seen the bad like Mega Man voice acting, and so we were all then just like showing like, you know, professional, incredible voice actor, just like all these horrible fucking things. It was great.
Saw some video on YouTube was recommended to me that was literally voice actor watches bad voice acting. So I'm like, we should have just filmed that.
Damn.
We should have done that. That would've been
Oh man,
We missed another
opportunity.
gravy train. Fuck.
great. That's
so-
when I found out about the Chuck E. Cheese.
So real quick, just
Yeah,
to wrap
yeah.
up the discussion of Falcon Cage. Again, we will be doing Q&A next week. But I did want to talk a little bit about the next episode. Aang from Avatar versus Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, which has been one of the most highly requested matchups we've ever had since day one of Death Battle. It was almost on the list for last year. You know, last year was our big thing where our main theme was the most popular request we've ever had. It got bumped to make room for other things. I think it was in contention with Sora versus Pit that episode. So we decided to do it this year instead, because this year we're kind of having a mix of oddball matchups like Falcon Cage and highly requested ones.
gonna be
And
nuts.
we're super excited for this one because I love how the animation has turned out so far.
It's a
Yeah.
sprite animated fight.
Oh, yeah,
and,
so you're
You guys,
also
how much
manning this up.
custom art are you having to do?
Don't ask.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
dude.
Don't worry, Chang will find out later.
But I have seen some questions about voice actors, and I just wanted to kind of make sure everybody understood this, because we have, you know, I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but a lot of, you know, I understand we have a lot of younger viewers who maybe don't know what goes on with voice actors for Death Battle. We don't typically try to get the official voice actors for any characters in Death Battle, because that would be disrespectful to the companies that own these characters, and it's also typically in the official voice actors' contracts to not do fan works, because that could cause some serious problems if the official voice in an official like work kind of did something that was not considered appropriate by the company that owns the official voice and character. So we just don't even bother.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Well, we don't bother unless we're part of a company that owns the character, like
i.e.
Ruby
Weiss
Yeah.
is
Right, right, right.
That's,
Yeah.
and Red vs.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because like a lot of the voice actors are super cool, and like we've developed a great relationship with a lot of them, and it's been very interesting. It's a lot of times like, yo, I hear you're doing a death battle on my character, like, yo, can I voice it? And we're like, like we'd love to, that'd be fucking awesome, but like,
I just don't want to
break your
mess with
contract.
that. Yeah. I mean, technically they would be the ones who would get in trouble and not us per se, because they would be breaking
Right.
contract. But at the same time, we would be like doing something that would be disrespectful of the company that owns the character.
right,
And
especially when and we've really
I just don't want to do that. Like
know.
the whole point of Death Battle is to represent these characters correctly and not. I mean, I was gonna say not piss people off, but like that happens on a different level, unfortunately. But we're not
That's
here.
not our intention.
Yeah. We're not here to like call out a company
Right.
or anybody really. We're not here to talk shit about a character or to like misrepresent them or to do something wrong with the characters. That's not the point of Death Battle. The only time we ever kind of like took a different path from that was way back when in the first year when we did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and they all brutally murdered each other.
Again, not bad.
But that one didn't go over so well with a lot of people, including Nickelodeon. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
but that Nickelodeon got involved like way later. Even before that, like there were a lot of people in the comments talking about how it felt weird to watch it, and I was like, okay. That's when I decided we're not Happy Tree friends. We're not
Right,
here
right,
to
right,
like
right.
have these characters brutally murder each other just because. Like Death Battle has a purpose, so let's represent these characters correctly.
That said,
so,
it still is fun to come up with interesting deaths.
oh,
which
for
is what I
sure,
always try to
absolutely.
do. Sometimes those
it's-
interesting deaths are a little bit brutal, but you know,
It's called Death Battle. We
Yeah.
can't necessarily ignore that fact. But
still mad about Batman, Spider-Man.
oh my god, yeah, that's a good example. Like the idea for the death was that he shoots webbing down Batman's throat until he
Chokes him to
explodes. explodes. It's like that might be a bit much.
Or chokes him to
Spider-Man.
death, and it would be like really sad and depressing as Spider-Man just like and he just and then slowly dies.
There's also like the Natsu Ace one where like the whole like face just melts.
Yeah, but you know, both those shows have blood and violence, so it kind of works.
Yeah, just like
it worked
Pokemon
out.
Digimon.
Yep, exactly.
We definitely.
We've talked about
Yeah,
that
I
one
know.
before. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because there are definitely a lot of people who watch Death Battle but don't watch this show. So they don't necessarily know that that's a thing that we have to keep in mind, that we just can't really reach out to the official voice actors. So thank you to everybody who has let those people know. I see it in the comments all the time, and oftentimes somebody will respond saying, well, they can't. So thank you again, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I think, Luis, you have to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy, so
So
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
swap you out
stopping now.
with Josh.
See you
He'll
guys.
join us. And
Later, bud.
right now it's time to talk about what's going on.
No, we can't.
Yeah, Josh. By the way, the set's falling apart. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay,
Just
cool.
run. I get more sticky stuff and put it back on. Like,
More sticky stuff. What's,
yeah, it's
what's
spray
sticky
can
stuff?
adhesive. It's like an M3 thing.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's sticky stuff.
Sam used to use that to keep his roof
Speaking
on
of
his car.
sticky
Yeah.
stuff, tear off the sticky stuff. And let's
Yeah.
check out. So we got these for some reason.
Here, Josh, have one.
Thank you. I guess we're opening them.
I mean, we
Did-
don't have
did-
to open all of them, but I just wanted to, make some goofs. But
So these are
What's the deal with
the
these things?
these are the
they're
Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu case files, and I didn't know that
Oh,
the
it does say
cards
case
had gotten so big.
Holy shit!
That's
Whoa.
awesome. That's awesome.
Can you imagine
Are you playing this?
Everybody's hand is this.
Or
It's
like,
like-
if it was
Does
your
that one have
special
a giant
card
card?
in a deck and
Yeah,
it was
they
the
think
only
they
big
all
one in your
accept
regular
it.
size
Yeah,
deck.
it doesn't fit.
But it's like if it was card playing anime and like the other guy plays his card and then the dude does this one and it blots out the sun like it just like shadows, it comes screeching down.
Or
and
it's this is your only Charizard. The rest of them are normal size.
Yes,
yes,
You're
yes.
like,
Can you
I
imagine?
wonder what's next.
You go to a tournament and somebody's got a deck with that in it, but all the other cards are just normal. Probably not allowed.
Very holographic.
Very
though.
holographic.
Shiny.
So these
Look
are
at
the
that.
cards that are specifically. We're not
Detective
sponsored, by the
Pikachu
way.
stuff.
This is not a sponsorship. We just got these.
they sent
I
them
guess
to
they
us.
sent them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
very cool.
we're not officially required to do anything with these. We just thought they were kind of cool, and we were gonna check them out. So
Does Nixie know about that?
Yeah, I know.
one?
I feel like we should save this for Nick.
Yeah, probably
Greninja.
just give that to Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it just
There's a giant
bunch of
Greninja in there
cards?
too.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
giant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we can open it and then save it and give it to him.
No, just let him have it. We got
Why
the
isn't he
Mewtwo
here?
one. We got a Mewtwo. I feel like we
No,
should
no,
give
Very
them-
busy.
Just give them to people.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
I just opened one.
So
to
this is
go-
the Charizard
yeah.
one.
Can you
That's
see the Charizard
what is
one?
that? The Mewtwo
Go
one?
ahead.
Yeah, it's Mewtwo.
There's also booster
Oh, it's
packs
also got a
and
giant
shit.
card.
Yeah,
How
they
many
all
giant
have-
cards are- This one doesn't have a giant. Well, maybe it does.
I doubt it.
I know it wouldn't fit. I just tested that. I don't know why I said maybe it does. Oh, it's got booster packs.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
there
got booster packs.
There we go. That's what we got to do.
Some online card thing, code for Pokemon trading card game online. That's a mouthful.
Oh,
I don't know.
We'll.
Just read out the code.
I'm gonna get those. No. I'm gonna get those and post it on the Death Battle Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I think we'll do that so that you guys can check out the Death Battle Twitter after this, and snag them for yourself if you play Pokemon trading card online, trading card game online, whatever it's called. I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
know.
mouthful. Like I said.
That one's really cool.
How do you
All
open
right.
these things?
Hold on. I'm opening this one. Everyone's gonna pick a card at random, and that's your Pokemon forever.
I think you just we each open a pack and see who has the coolest Pokemon. There you go. Take one, man.
Oh, okay.
God damn! Why don't they make these things easier to open?
Well,
They are easy.
They
to
are.
open. What
Mine
the fuck
is
are you
it?
talking about? No, just pull the fucking top like we're at.
Oh, there it goes.
That's not even.
Shut up.
Actually,
Did it open?
I just said that, and
Did it
mine's
open?
not opening either. Oh, there we
I'm
go.
sure all this crinkling is really great into the microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get. Oh man.
I'm sorry. This is the episode that's just ruining everybody's
Ooh!
ears and their headphones.
I mean.
Oh
here's
god, I
some-
forgot how good it is to open cards.
Charmander. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
this
I
is
think
kinda
it's the
neat.
same because I have a Charmander. Okay, I got a
They're not
Psyduck,
the same. They're
I have a
random,
s-
right?
I have a
But there's
Psyduck
gonna
as
be
well.
one-
a Magikarp.
Nope. No magic.
Okay.
Let's
A
see if
Charmander-
any of
Well,
y'all
hang on.
motherfuckers.
Let's do this one at a time.
Okay.
Chad, what do you got?
I got a holographic Gengar, so come at me.
Oh, that's awesome. I got.
Yeah.
I think they're all
holographic.
Yeah, well,
What? No,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah. Mine are.
I
No,
got.
they're not.
Yeah, at least mine are.
No. Did we open different packs?
maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, they only come with.
Oh, you have
4?
way more than I do. I only
That's
had 4.
interesting. Did you open like a normal pack? Because I only
Yeah,
got
he
4.
I only got 4.
I
And
got
all
a,
of them are holographic.
I got a shitload.
We opened these ones, the Detective Pikachu ones,
I opened.
and I got the Detective Pikachu.
You have the.
So.
Oh,
deal
well,
with
Sam
it.
wins, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mine says bonus card. 4 additional game cards.
Oh well.
So did yours, though. I'm confused.
So some
I
of the
just
packs
No,
have
somebody
4
solve it,
cards,
Detective
but they're all
Pikachu.
holographic, and some of them have a bunch of cards. For no reason.
I'm just happy.
You're a
I
liar.
have
You
this.
opened the Sun.
Oh,
Moon
you're right.
one.
I opened the Sun Moon one. That's right. I threw it. I didn't know.
Well, I've got the Greninja, so we have a Greninja even without opening the Greninja pack. And this uses
Good
the
on
art,
you.
the models essentially from the movies.
Yeah,
Oh my
which are
god,
cool.
Snubble looks terrifying.
Yeah, he does.
It looks terrifying. I don't know if you guys can see that from this far away. We really
Oh,
should have
that's
had
a
like a
weird dog
camera
thing.
right here or something like that. To
I
show
have
these,
never seen this
It's unfocused.
Pokemon
Focus
in my
is tough.
life.
What is it?
Remoraid, which sounds like hemorrhoid, and it looks like a dumb little fish. Has anyone ever
Sounds
seen
like
this
a-
Pokemon before?
but yeah. It's the one that evolves
Remoraid?
into the octopus.
Sure.
A fish evolves into an octopus, of course.
Sounds like a
I think I'm
raid
right
on
that,
your
right?
Remo, which
Yeah.
is not very pleasant.
I got a Staryu, and I got a Feebas. What's with all the water Pokemon?
You got an
Feedback.
energy.
I did. I got
Oh,
an
man.
Like, I can power my Gengar.
He's the only one that can play.
Well, wait. How much energy does your Gengar need for anything?
I don't really remember how to play. Like, I feel like I
Shit.
do, but
You need however many energy that it says.
I've got the one
you put
energy.
the card
the
down
attack,
and you
the
attach
2
energy
star.
to it, and then
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you
don't know.
need
Pretty
that many
straightforward. It shows
energies
how
to
many.
bring it out,
It's a
right?
fun game.
It's by the attack.
Okay.
That's the type.
Oh, okay.
So
Well-
certain ones are weak to certain types and whatnot.
I opened the wrong pack, but I got a holographic Gengar, so I'm
Well,
happy.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Cool.
Got a code.
We'll keep opening these as we move on, but we
Will
just
we?
wanted to talk a little bit about Rooster or RTX.
RTX.
Does anybody want the Charizard?
Sam already did that.
It's very large.
Shout out earlier. Yeah,
Yeah,
listen,
definitely.
RTX.
Well, we haven't really talked about what we're doing at RTX.
Okay.
We have 2 panels.
My trap cards.
We're gonna have 2 panels, a Death Battle panel and also a panel for Death Battle of the game, which we're not gonna say anything more about, but we've posted some pictures about it on Twitter if you want to go check that out. It's something we've been working on for a long time. We're excited to share it with you guys.
It's been a while.
Yes. Yes, it's about time we've been able to share this with you guys. So we'll be talking about that. I believe that panel is on Sunday, right before our signings.
After you're signing.
Right after our signings.
Yeah.
It's, that's why you're here, Josh. Keep us in
I don't
check.
think I'm on that one.
No.
No, it's people who worked on the game.
I helped initially. Don't even.
What a fucking dump.
Ouch. Jesus.
No, we made room for the panel for like the main artist.
No, that's
the
totally
main,
fine. I got a ton of shit
developer,
going
things
on.
like that. So fine. Wow, jeez, Chad's got a super busy famous man over here.
I would have always made time.
Well,
for you.
okay. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. But we also have a death battle, our traditional death battle panel, Saturday.
So I'm looking forward to.
2?
It's been a while since we've done a death battle
11? I just said 2
This
very
one-
different times.
2:11.
This
No,
one's
it's
gonna
early
be
in the morning.
I think it's 11.
11,
It's
yeah.
11 to 12:30, and it's gonna be slammed with announcements and fun things. So
We have
it's definitely
so
worth
much
showing
to
up,
talk
but yeah.
about. Like,
And
not just the game.
Usually
like,
we
there's so
have
much to talk
like
about.
we're gonna show you like a video. This we got stacked.
Well,
like
that's
the
the
deck
thing.
is loaded.
Here's the thing. So, as you guys probably know, the Screw Attack name kind of folded in a while ago, and there was a fear when that happened that, like, oh, these guys aren't going to be able to work on much more stuff, right? Like, it's just going to be Death Battle from here on out. What else are they going to work on? Well, we've got some answers for you at RTX. It's going to be dope.
We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and then of course we'll also do the Q&A portion, which is my favorite part of the death battle panel.
Of course. Like, it's our traditional Death Battle panel, just with an extra half hour and a lot of cool announcements and things we want to show you guys. It's going to be really awesome. So I hope you guys can join us for that. Unfortunately, I don't believe it is going to be live streamed this year.
No, most of them are.
I don't know why that's a thing. I don't think it's a thing that Rooster Teeth itself. Like, I don't believe it was a decision by Rooster Teeth itself. I think it had something to do with the convention center, but I'm not 100% sure what the deal is with that. So unfortunately, it's not going to be live streamed, but I believe we are going to be putting it up on the Death Battle channel. Maybe as an edited version, depending on what
Might
ends up
replace
happening.
week after next Death Battle cast. I'm not sure, but we'll see. It'll go up one way or another.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's going to replace Death Battle Cast,
No.
but it's definitely going to go up so that everybody can see it, even if you weren't at the convention. Though it will definitely come up quite a ways later after RTX is wrapped up.
But if you are, or if you're just looking for something to do, July 5th through 7th, Austin, Texas, this weekend.
Yeah.
Specifically Saturday, 11 to 12:30.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Like I don't know I'm just like RTX has always been awesome, but I feel so much more hype for this one than usual, which is weird because like usually I'm already kind of hyped, but now I'm like I just want to talk about it because there's just so much to talk about.
You
We're
show
gonna talk
off a
about.
lot of cool stuff. So yeah.
So hope to see you guys there. Right now, let's go ahead and jump into the community death battle. All right, this one was a weird one.
I was
Oh yeah, Poison Ivy, Petey Piranha.
real quick though. I
Yeah.
just wanted to throw out like, are we gonna address it all? Why Josh is just wearing a suit?
No,
Oh, it's
I started
fancy.
selling
fancy
knives.
day.
no.
You got that cut?
Oh, his feet ready to go. Oh, I started selling knives. Have you seen this one? It cuts through a hammer.
It's fancy day at work. I would have been suited too, but then like I was mad
But
late.
it's so hot.
I was really.
Well, no.
That's why I'm
I
not dressed
stayed at the girlfriend's house, and I was like, I don't have time to drive home to change into a suit. I was like, I'm not gonna be like 40 minutes late just to
Yeah.
dress in a suit on
I
like,
figured
a
you'd
pretty
been
hot
all
day.
on it, man.
And like I just wore a suit for a wedding like 2 weeks ago. Like I got it out of my system. I'm
You're
like,
tapped.
yeah, you wear a suit for like 10 hours, and you're like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
our
need
company
this.
leading up to RTX, we usually do some fun days like dress up days and things like that. And I keep forgetting because like I would have been
You
so
got
down
tomorrow.
on pajama
Tomorrow's
day.
like beach bum day,
Yeah.
I think.
So then I just wear my clothes. Like,
Yeah, it's just standard Chad.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of board shorts and shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
yep. But I would have, man. Pajama day is the one I always really go for because then it's just like
You missed. That was
it's a
Yeah,
Monday.
that's-
no, that's what I'm saying. I just get to wear
Fucking
comfy clothes.
Ruined it.
Yeah. Well,
Well, speaking of pajamas, this
tie
has
this
nothing
one
to
in.
do with Poison Ivy versus
Tie
Petey
that
Piranha.
in.
I mean, I guess Petey Piranha's kind of wearing.
their fibers are
Underwear?
made. Their fibers are made from plants, and plants will be fighting now.
Yes,
So wait.
exactly.
Wait. I don't even know where to start. So can we start with some like some people?
Right.
With
Well, okay.
comments?
This was a fun little joke fight that the research team was actually talking about in our Slack channel, and I thought that's silly, that's cute. Let's go ahead and do it. So as usual with Death Battle Cast, we leave it up to you guys. Let us know who you think should win and why using hashtag Death Battle Cast. And let's go ahead and bring up an answer for Ivy from Arctic Ace. And Ace says, even if Petey somehow is immune to Ivy's control, her plants have much more destructive power. Her plants held back Superboy, other Kryptonians, and metahumans, and she was given the yellow ring and was able to harm and match Superman with it.
Like a yellow lantern ring. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but
So,
does she
yeah.
still have that? Surely not.
No,
No.
So then,
that's not part of her standard arsenal, so
Right.
we wouldn't really.
Yellow's
include
fear, right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow's fear.
But
That makes sense.
her
That adds up.
plants she can control plants to do some crazy things like tearing down buildings and
yeah.
breaking up cities and things like that. So she can be incredibly powerful with her plants. And of course, she's got the toxins and stuff, the poison kiss, things like that. But we have an answer for Petey from Legit Possibly. He's possibly legit. And Legit says Petey would win because not only is he sentient, which means Ivy can't control him, her pheromones mean nothing to a plant. And Petey has survived hits from Mario, who has punted a castle. Not only that, Petey has several poisons and fire to use against Ivy. Oh, that's right.
like
He shoots
that.
fire, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not gonna go well for plants.
Yeah, he can do little blots.
Real quick question though. Do you think the pot is closed or is he born with it?
No.
Pot? Petey Piranha doesn't have a pot.
In some
The bottom of-
iterations,
isn't he in the pot?
does.
No, he's got
Not
legs.
like in
No.
Smash and shit. He's got legs. And
Right.
most times he's in a pipe.
I don't
But-
believe Petey's ever been in a pot.
Really?
No, I think he's in a pot as a boss in Yoshi's Island, right?
Yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of.
But
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
All right, whatever.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Well, unless it's fan art.
no, that's a
No,
diaper.
that's a diaper. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's not in a pot.
Weird. I don't know what my
He's
brain
just
did
running
there.
around in underwear or maybe pajamas.
Yo,
Well,
that fucking
if he is
PD,
a-
that Soul Cal 5 PD is fucking super dope.
We're not gonna be able to show it to you guys, but if you look up PD Piranha Soul Calibur 5 character creator,
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's just an image I stumbled upon.
Yeah,
very
That's
good.
pretty crazy.
That's what it is. You're right. It is a diaper. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
just a big fat plant monster in underwear with leaves for legs and arms.
Great.
So he's got the cages. I think just from Smash Brothers. That might have been in one of the Mario games. I just don't remember. And he shoots fire, I believe. And that's about it. You kill him by. So you do defeat him in Sunshine by shooting water into his mouth, and it bloats him, and he falls over, and his belly button sticks out, and then you ground pound the belly button.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's how Mario defeats Petey Piranha, at least.
Wouldn't fire be like really damn effective? Anyway, but it's not like Poison Ivy has fire. Fire. Dude. As much as I want to say Petey Piranha, like I'm just like comics, dude. There's gotta be something.
By Pokemon logic, yes, fire would destroy Ivy, but we're not. Neither of these guys are Pokemon. Although one of them is technically the same company, the same publisher.
I'm
I'm
gonna
go
say
Poison Ivy.
I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Poison Ivy.
Why?
Dang.
Just because comics.
Oh, you're just assuming that there's something in the
100
comic book
yes.
that's better.
Yes, I am.
Oh man. Okay.
But
he does
have like cartoony physics shit, so like
She probably has like a fucking asbestos plant at some point.
Yeah,
that, like, can't be hurt by fire. Like, just shit like that.
Are we assuming that she can't control him? Like,
I
Just
believe
sentient.
I believe it's fact that she cannot control sentient plants.
'Cause she
She's
can
like
control
she's not able to control Swamp Thing.
Okay.
Which might be a little different because Swamp Thing's like a human soul in a plant body kind of thing. It's complicated.
right, as they do.
Whereas Petey Piranha, who knows what's going on with Petey
What is
Piranha?
that? Yeah.
I think because of that, I would lean towards the idea that she can't control him, at least in terms of this death battle.
Right,
I think
sure.
if she could control him, then it's just over.
There's
it's not
no
really an
fight,
argument
yeah,
anymore.
it's not
Yeah.
even-
He's got the reach,
This isn't like a real death battle. This is a community death battle. We're just here to have fun and shoot the shit, right? So no, she can't control him. Of course.
Okay.
not.
All right. Fine.
Fact.
Sam and I both went with Ivy.
You're going
Yeah.
with Ivy too?
Yeah, I'm going Ivy. I feel like, he might jump out of a pipe, snatch her up. Just
So you're going
never
with
know.
Petey.
Oh no, I'm going Ivy still. I'm just saying other. I'm just
Well, that wasn't confusing at all.
No.
I'm going with Ivy,
That's
but
the
here's my
only
argument
way.
for Petey.
Well, I was just thinking of how he could do it. That's like the only way is a surprise, right? Like,
He's too big to go through pipes, though. Petey Piranha's huge.
I mean, he's not that huge.
He is.
Not in Smash Bros. It depends on the version you're using.
Yeah. Like if fucking
Like his belly button is the same size as Mario.
In that version when he's huge.
that one, yeah, not the massive one. I'm thinking like Smash one where he's like the same. He's smaller
He's so
than
big.
Bowser, and Bowser can go through a pipe.
No, he isn't, because he traps Peach and Zelda in the cages in Brawl, and he's holding them.
Oh, yeah.
He's huge.
But not in the recent Smash. I don't know, whatever. They scaled him down because
Control his size, yeah.
We're not talking about Piranha plants.
Got
We're
it.
talking about Petey Piranha.
Okay, got it.
Piranha
Yeah.
plant is a different thing.
That's true. Got it.
Piranha plant is small. Petey Piranha is
I
Piranha
didn't know
Plant's
there was
final
a
smash.
distinguished.
And that's what I was confusing
Okay, so
the pot with.
Piranha plants in a pot.
If
Now we're all on
Yeah.
the same
Yes.
page. I was real confused earlier. All right, got
Petey
it.
Piranha is the boss from
You're right,
Sunshine
he's
who appears
fucking
every so often.
humongous.
He's gigantic. He wears underwear. He shoots fire from his mouth.
Oh, fuck that. I'm just going to say Petey. He just falls and eats her. Like,
Yeah, basically.
but also he can't. Yeah, okay, I'll change Petey.
Oh wow.
He's really big. I don't know.
I know there's some comic shit and Ivy probably wins, but I'm going to
Yeah,
say Petey.
I'm gonna
now.
go Petey.
Oh,
you go.
sure. I'm going Poison Ivy.
I think
After
literally.
all that, you bitch. All right, let's see.
Anyone
I have a
like-
feeling Poison Ivy. Well, her plants can get strong enough to deal with Superboy. She could hold back.
Oh,
Petey
yeah, that's
Piranha.
true.
She could hold. She could
Yeah,
hold
you're
him.
probably
She could
right.
hold him tight, and Petey Piranha doesn't have a lot of options.
Yeah, 100%.
So then she just shoots stuff down his throat until he blows up, and then she punches.
Also,
his
yeah,
butt.
like-
I'm back on Ivy.
That's the thing. Mario never like fucks with like swords or anything. Like we don't know if Petey Piranha. Like you might just be like she just grabs like a lawnmower and starts mutilating this fool. Like like it's, we never see anyone with some like
Do you think-
real shit
You
go
think
down.
Poison Ivy gets sad when she has to mow her lawn?
I doubt she does.
she doesn't need to.
She just commands them all to
yeah.
shrink?
Yeah, she would just
Stop
command the
growing.
grass
Yeah.
to shrink.
Yeah, I don't think she would.
Yeah, she'd probably let it grow out like crazy.
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, you're
she's
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's one of those Arkham crazy people.
Yeah.
So she wants all the grass.
Perfect. Let's see who won.
All right, yeah, let's bring up the poll.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair.
All right.
I was right. I'm just
I
taking
switched
you guys'
back.
answer by default as
Perfect.
true. But I sure, Petey Piranha, if we actually did this as a death battle, Which, I mean, let us know if you want it as a death battle. I can't imagine anybody's that invested in Petey Piranha versus Poison Ivy.
Probably not.
But if we ever did this as a death battle, I'd be curious to see if Petey Piranha's just brute strength and size would be enough to deal with
Yeah.
Poison Ivy's plans.
Or not, maybe for fun as a DVX or something when that show comes back.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next week's community death battle. So we're doing something a little different with this one. This is kind of, it's just because RTX is happening. But we are going to be doing the voting on, what was it, Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. I think at noon.
Yeah. So the voting will be happening at Saturday. Normally what we do is we have the poll go up when the podcast goes live on Thursday on YouTube, but we're doing this a little bit differently. Don't worry, this isn't going to be like a standard thing for the rest of the Death Metal Cast or anything like that. But this poll will begin on Saturday while we're at RTX, and this matchup will be Superboy, speaking of Poison Ivy taking on Superboy, versus Teen Gohan.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a very we've been adjacent to this one before. It's a spicy
Adjacent
one.
is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So Gohan versus Superboy. Let us know who you think should win using hashtag DeathBattleCast. Just because the poll isn't up doesn't mean you can't just send us
you can still tweet us,
arguments.
feel free. Yeah.
Use hashtag DeathBattleCast, and we will see those, and we can talk about that in the next episode. And then on Saturday, the poll will be up, and just keep an eye on our Twitter. We'll reveal why this is happening, why there's a change, and it'll seem a little weird right now.
Yeah.
But once it happens, it'll make total sense. I promise. It'll make sense.
Sure.
But secrets. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Death Battle Cast. If you're first members, please check out our first exclusive post-show, Sudden Death, where we'll probably just be playing Pokemon or something. I don't know.
Oh, and then he drops it, man.
We'll see you guys next week or at RTX.
Bye.
Hey.